I've been working with Paris and Nigel and Chica on doing these musical connection events online, using music to help us feel a little bit better and connect with other people.
And doesn't it show what music and the strength of spirit can do for us, all of us, for our well-being?
It's been so revitalizing and energetic to see a lot of you connect with us and see you all moving with us and enjoying the music.
We've got some fantastic musicians and singers giving up their time for you.
And music can be helpful. People can get stuck, both in their emotions and in their bodies. We are looking to give beautiful, enlivening emotional journeys.
I love the idea of listening to music with your whole body. Even our relationships are our bodies in relationship to other people.
This isn't wishy-washy new age stuff. It's got really good science behind it, and it works, and it has no side effects. I really enjoy these evenings and look forward to many more.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. It's great to see some familiar faces, but also it's great to see some new faces. I'll put that down to Calista and Eleni with their amounts of promoting across the social medias. So thank you very much for that. And I'm pleased to say that we're going to have a spectacular show and it will not disappoint. To begin with, we're going to start with a poll, which will pop up on your screens, and that will allow us to understand how you feel now. If you're joining us through Facebook, please feel free to comment how physically well you may feel, how safe you might feel, how relaxed you feel right now, or even comments around how enlivened you feel, or how content or how your day's been, or what you might expect out of this week's show. Great, thank you very much. First, I'd like to invite Dr. Chica Robinson, who's going to introduce Callie.
Thank you, Paris. It is fantastic to see you all from across the world, and great number of friends here and new friends as well. And I'm delighted tonight to introduce you to my daughter, Calista. Calista Kazuko started her musical studies at the Royal Academy of Music. I think you were about 7 or 9 or something like that, at primary academy, then junior academy, then the senior academy, and emerged as a leading singer-songwriter. I'm really proud of Calista because she's managed to keep her own voice and identity and does a lot of work with her own workshops, which support really good causes. And throughout this, she always supports other really talented singer-songwriters and artists. I think that's a really important thing in today's world, that we can all support each other. And tonight is a great example of that, including with all of you. Calista, would you like to introduce Eleni to us?
Yes, totally. So hi, everyone. I'm so delighted to be here with my mum because usually I tune in from London. So I'm so happy to be with my mum right now. And I'd also like to say how amazing these shows are every week, pretty much. I think I've managed to tune in and it's just been such a joy throughout lockdown to hear all the amazing music from around the world, but also to be connected with everyone that tunes in every week. So thank you, Angela, Paris, Nigel, and of course, Mum. So I'm so delighted to be introducing my gorgeous friend Eleni, who's going to be doing tonight's show. But first of all, I wanted to share a video of my own that I made because it's quite a special song that I wrote about life and loss. And it's filmed at the beautiful Collett House, which is home to the Study Society. And we have a few of the fabulous Study Society members here tonight. So I wanted to share this video. It's made by Philip Reinking and it's called Life with Ivy.
She misses life with Ivy. Life with Ivy. Life with Ivy. We were brand new. That we grow old. What was once small is nothing of beauty, but it's too late, 'cause Holly's on her own. She just misses life with Ivy. Life with Ivy. Life with the Holly and the Ivy. Their love a fairy tale. But Holly lost poor Ivy and regrets it to this day. This day, it's Holly on her own. Got a lovely home, but she misses life with Ivy. Waiting for that call, she just misses life with Ivy. Life with Ivy. Life with Ivy.
Oh, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. So that was Life with Ivy, made by the amazing Philip Rankin, filmed at Collet House. A massive thank you to the amazing Study Society for letting us film there. I'd also love to share something amazing that we've been doing throughout lockdown, is making a podcast. And the last episode actually featured my mum and amazing Angela, who puts on Tonight shows. And the episode is all about musical memories and how we can use our musical memories to help heal. And it's awesome. So I will share the link for the podcast in the chat of the Zoom right now. So without further ado, I am so honored to introduce the amazing Eleni. Eleni is a really good friend of mine, and she's also a sensational artist. We met doing a show at the Bedford, I think, in London, and we were
many years ago.
Night. Yeah, many years ago, and Eleni was wearing a red dress. You know that emoji with the red dress? That was literally Eleni that night. And I was like, "You're amazing!" And we became really good friends. And we both got on stage and like weird dance music, and everyone loved it, of course. And we've stayed really good friends ever since. So Eleni's artist name is Echo, wants her voice back, and you're in for a real treat. She's just amazing. So here's Eleni.
Thank you, Calista. It was love at first sight. I remember very well. It was great to watch your video, by the way. Goosebumps all over. Gorgeous. And I love that song. Thank you for having me here. I really appreciate it. And I've basically put together, well, the lovely Paras put together a collection of videos I sent from what I've been doing during lockdown. I've collaborated with a few of my bandmates. And yeah, the first song is a collaboration between Mao Gonkas, who's not here. No, I think he's watching actually. He must be here watching. Mao and Nikos, who is my cousin, violinist in the National Orchestra in Cyprus. And we just did a cover of Jan Tiersen's song Pale White, Shannon Wright and Jan Tiersen. So yeah, that's the first track, and I wanted to share it with you because it was when lockdown was really happening. So that kind of stuff made us feel a little bit more connected.
like a wolf to bring home. things we've come to know. And if you ever try to sever all the things we know, nobody will come dance upon our grave. Nobody will come dance with us.
Thank you. Thank you. And thanks to Nico and Mal for putting this together with me. So during lockdown, I just had one online show for the Stephen Lawrence Foundation with Success Express, Lorraine, and Go To Beat. And I selected a couple, well, 3 tracks from that show that we just filmed unplugged on the iPad and social distanced with Adam Green on guitar. The first song is called Quicksand, and you can find a different version of it on YouTube.
In you, everything drifts. Sad faces loom in lakes. Red roses hung their heads, decapitate their scent. My croaking lungs cry louder. I sank in you, I sank, swallowed up the distance, got us fast. Like sea, like time, you were not mine. Like sea, like time, you were not mine. We sank beneath the sunless seas, heart down, the sun's gone free. Like savage dreams lost in the breeze, crushed down upon our knees. Cry louder, 'cause I sank in you, I sank, swallowed up the distance, got us fast.
Thank you. It's so weird watching yourself back. Thank you. So that was Quicksand. The next song is a song that we just released with a Spectre, who's a hip hop artist based in Paris. And it's a song called Bury You. We couldn't find the right time to release it because of the inappropriate title. But yeah, it's in the same vein as most of my songs, a bit dark. But this one is presented minus the rap section because it was, again, another little lockdown acoustic version of the song that I did with Mao. So yeah, Bury You, the new single.
To bury you, bury you. I had to bury you, bury you. I had to bury you, bury you. I'm not accusing you, losing you, not bruising or lying. I'm done with the crying. I'm not forgetting or yelling or catching you out. Shut your mouth, miss me instead. 'Cause time takes time. These wounds won't dry. I'm not regretting or running or playing your games. Close your eyes, it'll be alright. I had to bury you, kiss you one more time and not tell you goodbye. I had to bury you, turn out the lights 'cause we ran out of time. Your skin, I won't be crawling. Though I miss your skin, I won't be crawling. I had to bury you, kiss you one more time and not tell you goodbye. I had to bury you, turn out the lights 'cause we ran out of time. I had to bury you, kiss you one more time and not tell you goodbye. I had to bury you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me again. It's a pleasure to be here, and I agree. I think music can heal and music can make us feel more connected. And above all, I love to share my music with you all. The next song is a song I wrote a while back. It's on the EP Heart of Stone, and I still have some hard copies, just a few. And this is called Wizard, and I performed it with Adam Green again on the 27th of June.
You've got me under your skin, burning dream, lulling me still. What are you to do with me now, sweet, hungry thing? How do I whisper somehow that I'm too late too soon? Like a wizard you've cast your spells upon me, like the river you've been so around me in your dark light, and I'm falling down, I am falling down. There is nothing left to do, 'cause I gave my all to you. Oh, I'm falling down, yeah, I'm falling down, I am falling down. a wizard you've cast your spell to bind me, like the river you've paved to drown me in your light. Shelter me, cover me, please. Tender kiss, soothing my sleep. What is my necessity to you? Every love. How do I sing or smile that you have rocked my heart? Like a wizard you've cast by me, like the river you've paved. Drown me in your starlight, and I'm falling down. I am falling down. There is nothing left to do, 'cause I give my all to you. Oh, I'm falling down. I am falling down. There is nothing left to say, 'cause I gave it all.
Thank you. So I was just admiring Adam's guitar playing. I could have done a live event tonight, but without my band, and I thought I need to show you, you know, because they're amazing. So yeah, thank you, Adam, if you're listening. Thank you so much for coming at the height of, you know, just as soon as we were allowed to visit households, one household, and, you know, playing with me. The last song is a song called Flow that I released in February, right before the lockdown happened. So it was the last gig I had at the Camden Chapel with Talent Bank, and it was a really special gig because a lot of my friends came, and also a wonderful friend of mine, Bill, who never missed a show. Very few shows did he miss. Like, he came to most of them, and unfortunately wasn't so lucky with COVID-19. I'd love to dedicate this to him.
Mistake, oh, how can you know? Flip it over, thoughts abound. Right is hope when there's silence on this road. Have goodbyes, naive, running off. Like my hair that night through the window light, stole my brightest light. Now I'm second flight. Came into my home, called me love, your own. Promised me sweet skies. How I miss your eyes. Flow out of my bed. Flow inside my head. Flow so hard to forget. Flow still in the red. Eternally fall, but remember not to grow. Years go by and I running on. Climb my hair that night through the window. I stole my brightest light. Now I'm second flight. Came into out of my bed. Flow inside my head. Flow so hard to forget. Flow still in the rest. You did it like no other. You wrapped me up in this fire. So many winds desire. Oh, but the days go slow in sorrow. I look towards tomorrow. Know that love will follow. Flow out of my bed. Flow inside my head. Flow so hard to forget. Flow still in the red. Flow could shake my life. Flow so dark in this life. Flow, you hear me cry. Flow, we are time. What did you love me?
Thank you. I was lucky to have him as a friend too. So yeah, I thought I should do one song for you, also because all the songs that I've just that have just been played for you were quite dark. I think I do that for catharsis. It's just a habit. I write when I feel wistful or pain, but lately I think I'm quite ecstatic in my life because I'm grateful for a lot of things. So I have trouble writing. I start things, but I haven't finished things. But I think what will happen is something very different will evolve from my state of emotions at the moment. So the song that I'm going to sing for you is a song that has a very hopeful note to it. It's about being grateful for the love that you get in someone or something, etc. To be left with this sense of gratefulness rather than nostalgia and negative emotion. So it's a song called Love When I Needed It, and it's on the EP Heart of Stone. Sorry about the sound in advance in case I'm too loud. You gave me love when I needed it. You gave me love when I needed it. So baby, don't be sad or blue because you're leaving so soon. My baby, don't be sad or blue because you're going away for good. You gave me love when I needed it. You gave me love when I needed it. And baby, I remember you with all my heart, with all my heart, 'cause it was true. You let me live again. You let me feel again. Sweet darling, don't be sad or blue because you're leaving so soon. My darling, don't be sad or blue because you're going away for good. You gave me love when I needed it. You gave me love when I needed it. And baby, I'll give you love one day when to, I'll give you love. When you need it to, I'll give you love. And we'll both kiss the things we missed. So baby, don't be blue. Thank you. Thanks very much.
Wow, well done, Eleni Moo, as we call each other. Thank you so much. That was so incredible. What a total treat. Everyone, please check out Echo Wants Her Voice Back. And Eleni, how can people find you on social media and stuff?
So Echo Wants Her Voice Back. I'm in most places, I think. But please email me, and so I can add you to my mailing list, echowantshhervoiceback@gmail.com, as that's the best way for you to know about shows and releases. Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you, Eleni. And I'm so excited to hear about the journey we've been enjoying tonight together. Nigel, would you fill us in with the X system analysis on this beautiful show that Calista and Eleni have brought us tonight?
Yes, of course. Good evening, everybody. Yes, another wonderful evening. I really enjoy the adventures that we have together in music. The musical world is not very full of adventures. It could be. There are so many adventurous things, but it doesn't really take much notice of them. So it's great that we have a program where we can have real adventures. And the lesson musically for this evening is that the world of commercial popular music is a pretty arid desert at the moment. And yet there are these amazing oases. We went to 2 of them this evening, to 2 beautiful, verdant, fertile and magical oases, totally magical, both of them. And so thank you very, very much for that. We had a very interesting emotional journey. Paris, perhaps you could put up the analysis. To say, for those who haven't joined us before, an X system is a model of the musical brain, and it, as it were, models the way that human beings may well react emotionally. The color circle is about emotions. At the bottom, it's being very relaxed. At the top, it's being excited, aroused. To the left, negative emotions, and to the right, positive ones. And notice that tonight's program sits pretty much on the positive side of sadness. There's something, maybe a melancholy about the program, but yet very hopeful. It keeps on pushing towards that yellow and green to the positive feelings. So a positive evening, but one that plays with sadness, that isn't afraid of sadness and deals with it in all kinds of ways. And in terms of arousal, excitement, a very gentle curve. Everything is below the middle of arousal, of excitement. Everything is towards relaxation and being laid back, but they're in different places. So we notice we start, Live with Ivy has quite an energy to it in a certain way, even though it is a sad song. Then we go down for Pale White, up for Quicksand, up again for Bury You, and at the high level also with Wizard. Interesting, Bury You is actually has more energy in it than Wizard, and it's maybe to do with a little bit of anger in it too. Bury You, it's this, saying goodbye in an emphatic way, as opposed to Wizard as a celebration. And then we go down to the middle point of Flow. Once again, to complement these wonderful musicians and composers, this is really beautiful, but also the people that played with you. I felt that Eleni, your musicians, Mao and Adam, absolutely brilliant. Real guys with the chops and really sensitive musicians. And your cousin, is it Nico?
Nikos.
Perfect. There could be no more perfect violin accompaniment to that song. I could not imagine it. Anybody could produce anything more perfect, right the way to the stopped harmonics at the end, brilliant. And of course, Calista, what wonderful playing. You make the piano sing like you and make it sing with you. Really, really beautiful. So a wonderful evening of music that gives me, as a musician, great hope. I always have hope. I'm a glass half full man. But on the other hand, the musical world isn't what it could be. It's very confused. And so it's really wonderful that we've got great music happening. And thank you, Angela, Paris and my colleagues and Chika for this program, because this program is a chance to let people know about the good things that are happening. Thank you.
Thanks so much. I was going to say, Nigel, so my whole folk noir darkness description can be, we can get rid of it now. No one needs to tell me I write. Like you're my mentor.
Yeah, what folk noir is nice though, in that why not have dark folk? I think that's really nice. Though in fact, what I feel you're doing is moving in an emotional world which plays with sadness and happiness and joy. It plays with the emotions on the fringes of sadness and happiness very beautifully. And because we spend a lot of our lives there, it's a good place to explore and a nice place to be.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
It was amazing, Eleni, Chika. Thank you so much, Callie, as well. I think for me, it's really important, you know, this idea that we feel better just by avoiding our dark side and dark feelings. It's just not true. It's by embracing them that actually we feel more human. And it's by embracing the difficulties and the struggles with other people that we can connect in a more real way with them. You know, fair weather friends are not really true friends. You know, the ones who really care about you when they're around when you need them the most. And I think one of the things I'd like to mention is the thing around storytelling, because your name really has pulled me into that echo, you know, that mythology, Greek mythology, fairy tales, they're not afraid of our dark side. They embrace it. The only issue I have with storytelling sometimes is that, certainly traditional ones, women always come off really badly. And I love the fact that you are reclaiming that. And it's fantastic. It's a technique though. You can keep a journal, and after a few weeks, it's been shown that generally it makes people feel better. If you keep a journal that focuses on gratitude, even more positive. But we can also craft stories. And sometimes if you can think of the stories that you identify the most with, the myths that you identify, and then rewrite an ending, you've identified with something and you've created a different vision that pulls you forward into a new future. So storytelling and crafting a story for ourselves actually is a really helpful way of creating an identity and a life that we want to live and a one that we're happy with. It's a really important aspect of our well-being. And even if you don't feel you're a storyteller, we tell ourselves stories in our mind all the time, because without it, we would have no sense of self. Our sense of self is that sense of continuity, the story of our life and its context. That's what makes us us. So fantastic. Love the name, love the music.
Thank you.
Love the connection to the dark side. And yeah, really great evening again. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'll hand you back to Paris.
Thank you, Angela. Really nicely put. I'd like to thank Eleni, Calista, Chika for her consistent scheduling, and I presume getting Calista to begging her to come onto the show. I have seen her join every single week, and I've been wondering when she'll be joining. I think the next question is, when's Chika performing? When are you performing next? We've had some stuff from Nigel, we've had some from Calista, and all around the world. I think it's your offshore at one point. Thank you everyone for joining us. I'm going to put the poll back onto the screen and just to compare from how we started off with. Thank you for joining us. If you'd like to look up Calista or Eleni, details will be on the screen shortly.